So if you can sit down and watch this video without clicking off or without getting distracted, you will make a lot of money. And the reason I'm so confident in saying that is because this is the exact automated funnel that adds an extra $4,000 to $5,000 per week to my business, not per month, per week. Think about how crazy that is. I place top 20 pretty much every month for the school games, and the funnel I'm going to be walking you through adds an extra 100 to 150 clients to my business every single 30 days for my community. And you can see this is on school. These numbers aren't inflated. This is actually what I do. So I'm not telling you to do something that I aren't doing. I'm actually showing you something that I do myself. And if you can automate this, and the goal of this video is that if you can set up this infrastructure, all you'll have to do from this point on, after watching this video, is focus on 2 of these 4 things. So you'll either do paid ads, you'll either do content, outbound, or run an affiliate UGC creator type program. So think about how crazy that is, right? If you can just watch this video and set up this infrastructure for you or your clients, you won't have to do anything besides 2 of these 4 things. So let's dive into it. What I'm going to show you in this video, step by step, and actually show you how to build it from scratch, is to create a free lead magnet or a free asset, and then how to have a post-submission booking form to get booked appointments on that landing page. So a 2-step page essentially, and then how to get leads to enter a CRM to be able to then get automatically put into an email drip sequence, an automated AI SMS booking bot, an SDR who can call up the leads, or you can get an AI caller to do that. And if they don't buy from these 3 things, I can assure you they'll probably buy from the database reactivation that we do each month with a limited time offer. So you're going to have this as an infrastructure set up after watching this, so you can immediately just focus on the more important, higher leverage things in your business, and then you'll have an automated sales funnel as promised from the title. So let's dive straight into it. The first thing we're going to be doing is creating a free lead magnet. Now, if you don't know why we create free lead magnets, it's pretty self-explanatory, but people love free things, and you'll get a lot cheaper leads if you offer free stuff, and you'll get a lot more leads if you offer free stuff. So to put this into perspective, if you go to my channel and you look at my most popular videos that have gotten hundreds of thousands of views, you can see here 127,000 views, 115,000 views. What do they have in common? The word free. You can see the word free. So people love free stuff. Like, this isn't theory, this is actual truth. So if you're struggling with appointment setting and getting sales, it's probably because you're not giving enough value. So if you give value in these 4 things, or 2 of these 4 things, people will always want more value, which is why we do this. So let's actually build this. I'm going to show you how to build all of these 3 to 4 things from scratch. So the free lead magnet, I recommend, just to show you what we plan on building, is something like this. So it could be a free course, it could be a free training, it could be a free PDF, a free ebook, and just to show you, it'll look like this, and then you obviously get people to submit this form, which will then start everything else to be able to make money on in an automated fashion essentially. So how I would build this is I would use a tool called Go High Level. If you don't know what Go High Level is, I'm not affiliated with them. I'm not selling you Go High Level. You won't find a Go High Level link in the description. So don't worry. This is just the best tool to be able to build these types of things, right? So to be able to have a CRM. So if you don't know what a CRM is, it's essentially when leads opt in, you are able to store them in a CRM, a customer relationship management tool like this, where you can essentially manage your leads. You can send emails, calls, texts, everything, you name it, you can do in here. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to sites. So you'll need to sign up for High Level. They have a 14-day free trial, or you can join my community and you get free High Level, unlimited sub accounts. It's totally up to you. But essentially go over to sites and then click on forms, and we're going to go to builder, right? Because we're going to build a form from scratch. Right? I'm doing this from scratch. So this may be a more raw video. You can skip if you want. I recommend watching the whole thing so you gain knowledge of this. And this is 100% a 5 to 10 to 15K offer for clients, right? So you can actually sell this to clients, and it's a really valuable asset. So what you do is you head over to add a form, and we're going to start from scratch. So once this loads, we're going to ask very simple questions. I don't recommend having more than 3 questions that you ask leads on a landing page. And the reason for that is because if you ask for too much, you're going to get less leads enter, right? You want to keep it as low friction as possible. The more you ask, the more goodwill you have to provide to get leads to opt in. So let's remove this and let's make their first name required. So this is all I recommend having, to be honest. You can switch this around. So first name, email, phone number. And I don't recommend having all of this writing because it's a bit scary. Like, I wouldn't want to click this because it seems a bit scary. So let's just change this to I agree to receive, let's say, occasional emails and texts. That looks a lot better. So once you've done that, you can obviously change the button. So you can play around with all of this, make it a different color, make the text different. You can put a headline here. So for my one, for example, let's just refresh. I say something like, the free course will be sent via SMS and email. Please put the correct info so you receive it. And this is just to reduce the amount of people that try and get away with providing you a fake email, because obviously we don't want to send to the wrong email. That would ruin your deliverability and stuff like that. So explain to them that the free course, and you can do that by going here, and if you click on add up here, you can actually add an element. So we can add something like, there's actually so much, but let's just put text and let's just drag it here. And then you can just say, we will maybe make it capitals, send the, I don't know, this could be a PDF or an ebook that they're signing up to get. So you could say we'll send the free, I don't know, course to your email /SMS, and then you can just have I believe a subtext. You can probably do a subtext somewhere down here. Yeah, so you can play around with that, but this is a general thing that you would go for. And then once you have, once you're happy with it, just click save, and then we're going to name it something. So we can call this, let's just call this YouTube example, just so we know what the form's called. And then if we preview this really quickly, so in about 2 minutes, we've already created the form. So you can see how simple it is. You can obviously make it way better, put your terms and service, stuff like that. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put this onto a landing page. So a landing page is where the traffic comes from. So let's say you run paid ads, or you do content, or you do outbound. You can send all of that traffic in which you're providing value to them to a landing page. So they land on the page and they, see it's for them. So I'll show you how to do that right now. If you go back, and we are essentially going to go to funnels, and you can create a new funnel. It's really simple how you do this. Just click from blank, just call it whatever. So let's just call it YouTube example. Let's create it. So let's just wait, and just like that, it has been created. Now we are going to create 2 steps. Now the reason we're creating 2 steps is because we want to have the lead magnet on one part of the landing page, and then the post submission booking form on another part of the landing page. So if we go back, you're going to add 1 step, and you're going to call this free lead magnet. You don't have to worry about that. And for the second step, we are going to put booking page. So let's put booking page and create that as a step. Perfect. So once this loads, we can now go to the first part, which is going to be just a landing page. So how this works is we are going to create from blank, and let's just give this a second to load. And I'm going to literally show you how to just place this form onto a landing page and just create some headline, right? So what you want to do is, the first thing we're going to do is add full width. We're going to add a row, 1 column, add elements. Let's do a headline. Headline. And this is going to be, let's do your niche. So if you're helping, let's just say dentists, you would say, dentists and I don't know, whoever else you're helping. Or if you're helping real estate, you could say real estate investors and property owners. But the reason we are calling out who we're helping right at the top of the landing page is to resonate, right? So when people click on it, they know it's for them, right? And it's going to help you get more leads and the type of leads that you want. So you don't have to add this, but I recommend doing it. We're just going to make it look a bit cleaner. So let's make this higher up, and we can make it a bit smaller because obviously we don't want it that big. Perfect. Now we're going to add the second part, which is going to be another column. Full width, add row, and then we're going to add a headline, and we're going to put our offer. So you could say something like unlock the secrets. Now for a lead magnet, ideally just think about your offer and then element a very, if I can actually speak, yeah, so you want to implement a small part of your offer as the lead magnet. So unlock the secrets to, I don't know, getting more qualified appointments than you can handle. Now, obviously you would make it better than this, and just how to make this better. I mean, I didn't want to make this a copywriting video, so I'm not going to do that, but ideally have some type of number here with their end result. So ideally unlock the secrets to getting, let's say like 15 qualified appointments, and then ideally a time frame of in the first, let's say 30 days using, and then let's say, I don't know, AI. So something like this, like that would be a much better headline. And then you want to make it bigger. So I recommend going for like 45, and then you want to make it more up to the top. So you don't want the gap to be as big, and then perfect, right? So you've got a headline looking good. That's what we want. You can make it way more exciting than this. And then you can even add some latent conditions here. So if you click on full width, add row, let's add some latent conditions. So subtitle, let's do like no paid ads, outreach, or BS strategies. And then you essentially want to put it a bit closer to the top. And you can already see it, like this is looking a lot better now. So what you're going to do now is you're going to add a product image right here. So we're going to add one more thing, full width, add row, and you're going to essentially put an image. So I believe you can find that here, or a video. So a VSL is very common. So this could just be like a video. And then down here, you can just put some very simple text saying, just put it here, element text, let's just put like, I don't know, get access to free training below. And then you would put add element, and we're going to add form. We're going to place a form right here, and then we're going to select the form that we just built, which is YouTube example. So once this loads, you can see that it should just embed it here, and that is perfect. Now another option is you can delete that, add element, and I believe you can have it as a pop-up. So if we actually go to, I believe it's up here, it's one of these buttons, pop-up settings, add a row, you can add it here. This is an absolute must, and the reason we do this is so when they click off the tab, it's going to automatically pop up and just be amazing. So you'll see what I mean in a second. Perfect, so that's what we want, and remember it's the same form. Always save it, that's quite important. And yeah, now add element, and we're going to add a button actually. So you could put the form below like I said, but let's just do, yeah, link to sign up. Obviously you want to make it more exciting, have a, I don't know, have like an animation maybe. So do like glow, make it not that, I'm not a huge fan of that, it's an awful one, but I'm sure if you were to play around with this, you can make it like 10 times better to make it a bit more exciting. Yeah, so let's leave it as that, but you can make it better than this. And then if we go to general, we want to go to button actions, open pop-up, and you're good to go. From that point on, you're pretty much done. You've just created a landing page with a form that is like, yeah, done like that. Like that's how easy it is. So if we look at this, you can see that we've created real estate and property owners. You can change the fonts and stuff, but yeah, and you click on it and boom. Now they put in their info, and we're going to go to the next step, which is going to automatically try and get them to book a call. So this is very common to have a two, and you can see as I tried to click off, it opened it again to try and get you to put the info in. So this is amazing, and this is what we are looking for. So yeah, you can obviously change this. So obviously highlight, you know, the different things. So you can make this like, I mean, if you should be able to just do that, and then yeah, be able to highlight it, change the colors, so forth. You can play around with it. So now let's go back, and what we're going to do is we're going to essentially go to the booking page, and we're going to create from blank, and we are now going to go to here. We're going to add just a very quick thing, like literally 30 seconds, and this will be done. We're going to say thanks for submitting the form, and then we're going to say feel free to book your free growth session here, and then you're going to do add one column, just place that there. And now what we're going to do though is we're not going to have a form, we're going to have code. So the code is not complicated. All you need to do is go to where you host your calendar. So if you host on Calendly, I'll show you how to do that. If you host on Go High Level, obviously you can remove this for your, I believe, appointment, but it's very easy to do. So let's just use Calendly for example. If I quickly go into Calendly and go to the event type that we want, so you would head over to the left side where it says event types, click on that, and you would click on the one you want to put onto the landing page, click on share, add to website, incline embed, continue, copy that code over to High Level, open code editor, go like that, paste it in, and just like that, if we quickly view this, you've done the second step. So we're getting closer to finishing this automated funnel, and as you can see, if you give it a second to load, it will basically put it in. It will be quicker if you do it, yeah, like another time, but you can see that we've actually only got one call allowed, but yeah, you can make it way better. You can make it so it's higher up, you can make the fonts better, you can make your logo here, so you can get more creative. I'm just showing you how to do this from scratch. So now you are doing amazing, and we've covered pretty much the boring stuff. Now we can get into the more exciting things. So if we go back to the plan, we've done the free lead magnet and put it onto a landing page, and I've shown you how to basically find a lead magnet by thinking about your offer and then providing an element of it as the free lead magnet or the free asset. It could be yeah, whatever. I've shown you how to build a post submission booking page. Now we need to get leads to enter a CRM. So how this works is we're going to head over to automations, so automation, and you are going to click on create workflow, start from scratch, and once we give it a second to load, we're going to call this opt-in. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to select the form. So form submitted, add filters, form is, and then YouTube example, right? Because that's the form we built from scratch in this video. We're going to click save. So now whenever someone fills out this form, it's automatically going to do whatever we want them to do from this workflow. So the first thing that I want to do is to have a tag added. Now, the reason we use tags is to keep the CRM organized. Now, if you have a CRM and leads are coming in, you need to add a tag to be able to know where they've come from. So you may have leads that are cold, you may have leads that are warm from paid ads, so forth. Even when leads become clients, they can get added as a tag called client onboarded. So then you can have an onboarding funnel. But this is really important, and this is the difference between someone making no money and someone making a lot of money, is they've got all of this dialed in. So the first thing we're going to do is add a tag, and we're going to call this YouTube example. I don't know, let's just do example opt-in. So boom, perfect. So now once they fill out the form, they're going to get added a tag, and then we can do the next thing, which is going to be create or update an opportunity in the pipeline. So we're actually going to save this, and we're going to come back to this in 30 seconds. We're going to quickly build a pipeline. Now, for those that don't know what a pipeline is, it's essentially a way in which you track the customer journey, right? So from a lead that becomes a stranger, so when they first find out about you, they then maybe get nurtured, they see your content, they book a call, and that could be another stage of the pipeline. They then show up to the call, that could be another stage. So it's just a way of tracking where every single lead is in your sales pipeline. So what we're going to do is we're going to head over to pipelines, and we're going to create a new pipeline. And let's just say you are doing an outbound pipeline. You would call this outbound pipeline, or whatever you want. If you could do a content pipeline, you could do a paid ads pipeline. It's really important you do this though. Stage 1 would be the initial opt-in, so when they fill out the form. Or you could actually have one step before this. So the step could be you've sent them, so you've sent offer, right? Or you've sent a message to them if it's an outbound pipeline. But if you're doing ads, you just want to do like opt-in. So for this case, let's just make it simple, and let's just say they've opted in. That could be the first stage. Second stage could be booked appointments. Third stage could be closed, and then this one could be onboarded, and then you could add more. So that's a very basic pipeline. You can make it more complex. So now if you go to opportunities and we select the one we just built, which was outbound pipeline, you can see that this is going to serve us right now. So when we go back to automations, and we're going to go to the one we just, I believe we called it YouTube example. Can't actually remember what I called it, which isn't the best. I mean, there's only 2 things, so I'll be able to find it here. So we called it opt-in. Should have made it a more unique name. Now we can go to create or update opportunity, select the pipeline that we want. So we're going to do the one we just built, which was outbound pipeline. Stage in pipeline is opt-in. So once they've submitted the form, it's going to add them as a tag, and it's going to put them into the pipeline, which is what we want. Now the opportunity name could be like, I don't know, let's do cold emails. Opportunity source. Actually, no, we wouldn't do the opportunity name. We could just call this, I don't know, this doesn't matter to be honest. But the opportunity source is where they've come from. So like Facebook, LinkedIn, Facebook, whatever. So, you know, you could say, I don't know, emails. Lead value, you can calculate the lead value by figuring out your appointment booking rate and then being able to figure out your closing rate. So for example, if you charge, let's say, $1,000 for a client and you have a closing rate of 10%, each appointment is worth $100, right? Pretty self-explanatory. It's pretty easy maths. I'd be slightly concerned if you couldn't do that maths, but each appointment is worth $100. So you'd be able to figure out the lead value of this as well, right? So yeah, that's pretty self-explanatory. So let's just put this as 100. I don't think you need to put, maybe you can put dollars, and then status, you'd want to put open. So yeah, so this basically means that every lead that opts in, you've got a 1 in 10 chance of closing them. So the ascension rate would be 10%. And if you're on an $1,000 ticket price, yeah, perfect. That's what we want. So now you're going to click save. So let's just remove that. Click save, and we're going to save it. So now, just to summarize, when a lead, didn't mean to do that, when a lead opts in, so they submit the form, it's going to automatically add them as a tag. And we're going to test this at the end, so to show you it works. And then it's going to put them into the pipeline. So now you've done that. We also need to create more automations, because we don't just want to do this. You can have this as a new one. However, for this sake, we're just going to add one here, right? So this is going to be, let's do an email. Let's do an email that we want to send them. Now, I recommend having a minimum 14-day email drip campaign you would put them on once they submit this form, but you could do more. So let's do my name, email. Very quickly, if you haven't actually, let me quickly go back. You need to connect, make sure your email is connected in high level. So how you do that is you would go to email services, and you would basically, if you have a domain, that's amazing, you would add it here. If you have a Gmail, you can add a service and then select Gmail. So you can go through that process. I'm not going to walk you through how to connect an email to high level. I'm sure there's a bunch of videos out there that can do that. But that's essentially what you need to do first. And then you go back to the automation, which, yeah, you can then carry out the email drip campaign. So just how you would do that is you'd basically, just click send email, just put your name like I did before. And then from the email you've connected, subject line, you can say whatever you want, free access to, let's say, the free course. That doesn't even make sense. You can do like private access to free course. Templates, that's if you've created one in marketing. So I actually do recommend doing that, but in this case, I'm going to show you how it works. So hi, and you could do, I don't know, their first name. So once they submit their, name, we obviously have that in the database. So hi, first name, thanks for opting in. Here's a link to the free course, and then you can quite literally just go here and then add a link, just put the URL, put the text you want to display, and you're good to go. So you can obviously have more email here. I recommend having your story. So if we just save this, I recommend putting a wait of, let's do 24 hours, and then we're going to send another email. Obviously you'd want to do the same email and same name. Subject line, you could say your story. So if you could have your story here and make it like a warm newsletter kind of feel, that'd be amazing. So yeah, that is how you'd go about that. And I recommend having like 7 to 14 other emails every 24 hours to nurture them, to be able to get to a point where they'll buy on the 10th or 14th email because they know you, they like you, and they trust you, right? So this is what I'm saying. Like, if you can do this and implement this after watching this, all you need to focus on is actually just getting attention, getting eyeballs. So let's just save this. And if we go back, we're going to create another workflow really quickly. So let's make this SMS drip. So then what you're going to do is you're going to have the trigger as contact tag, and we're going to add filters, tag added, and let's do the name that they got. So example opt-in, right? Because that's what they've been added to. So if you don't understand how this works, essentially when they submit the form in the other workflow that I just built showing you, it's going to add them as a tag. So when they get added to the tag, it's going to start this one, which is going to be an SMS booking bot. Now, I don't have time to build out the entire booking bot. Obviously, if you're in my school community, you get access to the booking bot pre-built, and that would look something like this. So if we go here, it would look something like this. So advanced booking bot for SMS, because you can see that it's quite complex to build all of this right now, and it'll take me a good like 2 hours. But essentially, you would add the trigger as contact tag, and then just do what I said about adding this as a tag added, and then doing the example opt-in, because I think that's what we called it. So now, once that happens, it's going to send an SMS to them with a custom value trigger. Now you can remove this to actually just send it here if you want, but the reason I put this in for members in my community is so if we quickly save this, you don't actually need to change anything besides the prompt in this workflow. All you need to do is go to settings and go to custom values down here. So you see custom values in settings. And then once this loads, we'll be able to essentially just change the values from what we want. Sometimes it takes a while to load. Let's just not refresh it because I can see it's coming. And I basically organized it into folders. So you've got AI Booking Bot for Instagram, Facebook, and SMS. So if you click on SMS, all you need to do is change these. So for example, the trigger message was what I was just looking at. So this basically, if you click on edit custom value, it may look confusing, but I promise you it's not. You just need to put whatever you want it to send in here. So you could say something like, hey, first name, and you can actually have their first name as the thing. If you just go back into the workflows and then click on contact and then grab the code, put that there, and then you can say it's Charlie from YouTube. You can say, I noticed you saw my, I don't know, let's just say ad. and wanted, and I wanted to give you the free course. And then you could obviously say something else. But if you just click update, what's going to happen is it is going to replace, once this loads, so you can see here, it's going to replace custom values trigger message with the thing that we have in automation. So if we go here quickly, and if we look at this, let's just give it a second to load. It's going to replace this with that message. So, hey, name it's Charlie from YouTube. So you get the point. That's how it works. And then it's going to wait for contact reply. So it's going to wait 1 minute. And how you would do this, obviously, you know how to send SMS. You can just say send SMS. For the wait, you can basically, if you're building this yourself, you can just click wait, time delay, or wait for contact reply. And then we've got a condition. So the condition is reply. So if the lead responded, that is going to go down here. And if they didn't respond, it's going to go to our follow-up bot. So let's assume that they did respond to this first message and you asked a question. It would then say the next follow-up question, which would be a qualifying question. And you could put, once again, anything you want here, or you can go into settings and edit in the custom value, so you don't have to change it in here. Now, make sure you do change the prompt. Obviously, you would want to give this way better prompts, and you'd want to say what you want it to do and what you don't want it to do, because most people think that it's like, if you give a prompt to ChatGPT and it gives you a shit output, it's not ChatGPT's fault. It's because you haven't given it enough, or you haven't given it specific information for what you're looking for. So that's that. It's got a timeout of 10 hours. So after 10 hours, and quickly how you do this is you'd go here and you'd click conversational AI. You would turn this on and then you'd prompt it. That's how you do it in case you want to do it for yourself. But then if it doesn't get a response after 10 hours from this question, you would then send them to a timeout. So this is all automated. And then it obviously goes to the follow-up bot. And this basically generates for them a unique follow-up every single time that they don't respond. And this is meant to engage them back into the conversation, so they aren't essentially just left on a ghost. Like they're not ghosting you essentially, because at what stage of the qualifying questions in the SMS booking bot, they're always going to be re-engaged back into the convo with a unique follow-up question or unique question to get them to answer, right? So qualifying question 2, it's the same. After 10 hours, it's gonna, if they don't respond, it's gonna send them back up to the follow-up bot. If they do respond, it's gonna send a link basically to book a call, and so forth. You get the point. This is how the booking bot works on a very simple, on a micro level, and you can build this yourself, or you can hop into my community and get it pretty much built for you, right? You can just literally get a free sub account, because that's what you get in my community, as well as you get all of these automations, every single one you see here, in your own sub account or your client's sub account, right? So that is the SMS booking bot. So far we've basically built a landing page, we've created the post submission page, we've got them to enter a CRM, we've then put them into an automated email drip campaign, which would start once they enter the CRM with the tag that we said, and then they're going to get put into this SMS booking bot, hire an SDR or an AI caller, and it's a bit more complex. An AI caller, I personally use Nova Echo, and you also get that for free by being in my community. But nonetheless, like, an SDR is just someone to essentially triage the leads. So as you know, once a lead opts in, automatically they're going to put into this, but you may want someone to call the leads up and see if they're a qualified prospect to be able to have have as a client essentially, right? So it's a bit before the appointment just to qualify them. Now it's a bit overkill. I personally do it, but I wouldn't recommend it if you're just starting out, because you obviously have to hire someone, you have to set up the AI caller if you want to do that. So it's a bit too much, and I think you can do this enough, or you can just call leads yourself for like 20-30 minutes a day. But I personally use Upwork to hire SDRs. Obviously, if you don't have a brand, the brand would be the first place that I would use to hire talent. But if I didn't have a brand, I would use Upwork. So now we're on to the final step of this, which is building a database reactivation with a limited time offer. So this sounds scary, but it's not. How this works is once you've gotten a ton of leads into your CRM, you can now send an SMS and an email with a limited time offer to get them to buy now. So how this works is you'd go to marketing, and you'd go to templates, and you'd basically want to add a template, and you would want to add a email template and just create your email copywriting. Now, the format of this is you'd basically want to give them a reason for why they need to buy your thing now. So you would say something like, let's say I was a fitness coach, I'd say, first of all, I'd say, hey, first name. And then I'd say we've opened 5 spots for our summer shredding bootcamp this August. In addition, so I'm just trying to think off the top of my head, 40% off for the next 48 hours. And then you'd say, you'd basically just give bullet points, right? So you would say, you get this, and as a bonus, you would get another bonus, and just stuff like that, right? And then you'd say risk reversal here, so you'd give them a guarantee for why, and mainly talk about the end result of the end result. So if you're helping someone get fit, you aren't really selling fitness, you're selling them on the fact that they're going to be able to live longer, spend more time with their kids, and that is what you're selling in this email. But this is essentially how you do that, and you'd call this, let's just call this example DBR for YouTube. Subject line, let's do limited time offer to get in the best shape. So you can obviously change that, but I'm just doing this as an example. You would save that. Now let's go back into automation, and I'm going to show you how to build this. So you're going to create an automation just like what we did before, and this is very simple. Let's just call this database reactivation DBR, and you don't need a trigger for this. We're just going to have a simple send email. And if you're sending a lot of emails to people, so over like 1,000 a day, you would want to use like 20 different domains, maybe Beehive, ConvertKit, MailChimp. There are better ones than High Level, but we're using this for simplicity's sake. So from name would obviously be your name, like we did before. Subject line. Now, the best part about this is you've built a template. So you can essentially just go down here and just search for, I believe, DBR, example DBR for YouTube. And you can see that it's opened it right here. And it's got the template. So, sorry, the subject line. So now save that. Also do SMS. So send SMS. You would just type what you want here. So, hey, first name. You'll obviously change that for contact first name, but have you seen this? We're running a 48-hour special offer, right? So pretty simple, but that's what you would put. Then you would save that, and you'd probably do like another 1 to 2 or another 3 to 4. So click save. And then all you need to do from this point on is, once you've got leads, so you've created content, you ran paid ads, or you've done something to get leads into your CRM, you then just need to add them into that workflow. So how you do that is you would essentially go to contacts, and you would click on just your contacts. So let's just take this person, for example, which is my name. You would click on add to automation. Okay, proceed. You would select the workflow. So let's select the one that we just did, which is let's do DBR. I think it should be somewhere here. Maybe I didn't save it, but I can use it as another example. Let's just use this email database reactivation. You would add in drip mode, add like 70. You don't want to add more than 70, but let's just put 70. And you would select the date you want to send from. You would select how many you want to enter each day. So like 70 or 80, 70. Repeat after 1 day. Select the hours you want to send from, and then just add to automation and automatically send them into that workflow, so you don't really have to do anything. So that is how you do a database reactivation with a limited time offer through email and SMS once you've got leads. So now, hopefully you can see how valuable this is, because all you need to do if you set this up, right, is essentially just focus on 2 of these 4 things and become a master at them. provide value, give people things for free, and then they'll want more. Now, I recommend split testing a booked call funnel versus a free lead magnet funnel. And you would do that by, let's say you are sending 100 LinkedIn messages per day. You would send 50 of them an offer to your appointments. You would say, we've got a few spots open this week. Would you want to book a call to see if you can do XYZ or see if we can help you? And then you'd send 50 a DM saying, we've got a free AI chatbot that you can plug and play into your business. And I guarantee you get a lot more responses and revenue from the second one, the latter, but you can try it even if you want. But hopefully this has been valuable. Now, if you want free go high level and as many sub accounts as you want to be able to build these automations for you and your clients, as well as you actually get about 15 plus done for your automations, like what I've shown you today, but way better, feel free to join my school community. It'll be the first link in the description. It'll just save you money and it saves you time because it's actually cheaper than high level. So it's pretty crazy. Like, I don't see anyone else providing that much value, as well as you get coaching, access to an amazing community to network, and so much more. It's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, if you don't want to join, that's totally cool. Just drop a like, subscribe. I'll catch you in the next video. I'll also put some videos up here that you can watch. And yeah, hopefully you found this valuable. That's all I really care about. So take it easy and I'll see you in the next one.